Now this lesson plan for this day or for this class is grammar for class 9 and 10. This classes is very much important for those are going to appear for the board exam. First lesson is topic on tenses. When there is a question of tenses, there must be a relation with verb because tense is always related with verb. First, I will give a brief definition about the verb. What is verb? Verb is a word that denotes an action, event or facts. So I am giving example on actions and facts also. Now I am coming to action. What is action of verb? We came by taxi or we came by taxi here. Second is I shall help in trouble to you or it is to you is understood. Now I am considering the facts related to verb because in the basic definition of verb it denotes an action or event. Then facts is Pragya is a student. It is not an action. It is related to facts or event. It is a facts. Next, Ankita is my best friend. That it is not a action, it is a fact. So verb is covering what? The action, event or facts. Now we are going to with reference to verb, we are going to tense. Now in the right hand side of the board, if we go through this, the tense of a verb, its form that indicates the time, continuance and the extent of competence or completeness of its action. Once again I am explaining the tense of a verb is its form that indicates the time or continuance or the extent of the completeness of the action. Completeness of the action, that is there are three words here. One is time, second is continuance, how much time is continuing, and the position of action, that is completeness of its action. That is why I am briefly saying that tense is related to verb with reference to time of action, then continuance of its action and completeness of its action. That means a verb, when it is explained in terms of action or continuance or completeness of action, there is a relation with tense. So the time of action can be divided under present or past or future. It may be related to past present tense or related to past times or related to future times also. If we go to past tense or present tense or future tense, whatever may be, it again divided under four subheads. One is present indefinite tense, second is present continuous tense, third is present perfect tense, fourth is present perfect continuous tense. So I will explain now the present indefinite tense. What do you mean indefinite? Indefinite means, what do indefinites? That means time of action is not defined or definite. That means time is not mentioned in the present indefinite tense. That is, it is expressing the universal truth or normal course of action. Again, why it is indefinite tense, present indefinite tense? That is, action of time is not definite. So this type of sentences indicates an action is done daily. That is, it is expressing the normal activities or normal action. The extent or the exact time is not definitely mentioned here or not known to us. So again why it is called present indefinite tense. Situation or time is present, but time is not definite. It is indefinite times. That is why it is called present indefinite tense. It is a normal sentences, normal assertive sentences or normal action, or it is the nature of universal activities. Examples are I go, I read, Ankita reads, etc. or are the example of this. What is present continuous tense? It is written here. This type of sentence or sentences, a sentence indicate action which is going on now and here, and the action continues to be done at present only. That means again I am saying, that is in the present continuous tense, this type of sentence indicate an action which is going on now and here. The action continues or to be done at present. If we take an example, then Pragya is reading, then Siddhi is reading, all are the, and Piyush is studying. That means what is the rule for this? That means subject, there is a be verb in the present tense and ing with main verb. Example is Piyush is reading. Piyush is the subject, is the be verb according to subject, and ing is to be added with a main verb. That is study plus is studying. That means Piyush is studying is an example of present continuous tense. Again I am repeating, present indefinite tense. Why it is indefinite? Time is not mentioned or definite. That is why it is called indefinite tense. When it is related with present tense, then it is present indefinite. If it is related with past tense, it will be past indefinite. It is to be, and in the future, it is future indefinite tense. In the present indefinite tense, always normal course of action or universal truth or normal or daily activities where time is not particularly mentioned. Clear most upon you. And continuous tense, present continuous tense is the tense or the situation which is indicating an action which is going on now or here, and the action continues to be done at present. Again I am giving another example. I am eating. I is the subject, am is the be verb, and ing is to be added with the main verb eat plus ing eating. Therefore the fundamental rule for present continuous tense, then subject, there must be a be verb and ing with the main verb. Now I am switching over to present perfect tense. First I will explain the definition of present perfect tense. This type of sentence and action which was going, that means already started, and for some time it is started but has been completed now at once. That means it is started earlier, that is was going on, and just the action is completed now and result yet to be received. What is the rule for this? Subject have or has plus main verb in the past participle form. That is, I have done the work. I is the subject, have is the auxiliary verb, and done is the do, did, done, then past participle form. So again I am explaining the fundamental rule for. What is the fundamental rule? I am writing down here what are the fundamental rules related to. What is the fundamental rule related to? Now I am giving again example in present indefinite tense. Then I go. Time is not mentioned here. You go. He or she reads. Then time is not mentioned. The sun rises in the east. It is a universal truth. It is the common action. The time is not mentioned. That is, time is not definitely mentioned there. That is why it is called present indefinite tense. It is I go, you go, and he or she goes, or reads or goes. You can write goes also. It is third person singular number in the present indefinite tense. With third person singular number, s or es is to be added with the main verb. Now I am giving another example for present continuous tense. What is the fundamental rule? Then subject plus be verb according to subject plus main verb with ing. We have chosen here already go verb. Then Piyush is going to school. It is the example. What is the rule? Subject is Piyush, be verb is, and main verb is go plus ing, going to school. That is the fundamental rule for present continuous tense. Subject plus be verb according to subject plus main verb with ing. It is the main thing related to, or main concept related to, present continuous tense. Now I am explaining the present perfect tense. What is the rule for present perfect tense? I am explaining now. The rule is subject. First is subject plus have or has. Have or has according to the subject. Then main verb in past participle form. We have chosen go verb. So Piyush, then for Piyush the auxiliary verb will be has, and go verb we have chosen. Piyush has gone to school. Because this part is not fundamental here, so Piyush, then there will be auxiliary verb in the present perfect tense, have or has, gone, then main verb into past participle form. Go, went, gone. In past participle form, it is gone. So go, went, gone, then to school. Then Piyush has gone to school. So we are taking another example, maintaining the fundamental rule or the syntax rule or the grammar rule. Then we are taking another example to explain. We have, then auxiliary verb will be have. Gone, we have gone to school. That means because it is a first person plural number, so has is not fit here. We will write down here have, and the go verb is go, went, gone to school. So what is the rule? Subject have or has and main verb in past participle form. I hope it is clear to all of you regarding present perfect tense. Now I am switching over to present perfect continuous tense. So I am writing here what the rules. Present perfect continuous tense, this type of sentences indicates an action. It is continuing even now, though it has been perfected to a action period. That means in simple word we can say this action of verb is already started and still going on, and result is not expected because it is not yet completed. Action already started earlier and still going on, and the result you are not expecting to result because it is not yet completed. So again I am explaining the type of the sentence. That means this type of sentence indicates an action. It is in continuing even now, though it has been perfected to a action period, to a action period. It is again it is a action which is still going now, though it has been perfected to a action period that is not yet completed. So what is the rule for this? First of all, I write down this. What is the main rule for this? I write now that what is present perfect continuous tense. In present perfect continuous tense, I am again explaining the action of the verb. When action of the verb is started, it is a question of tense because time is involved. So the action was already started and still going on. Still going on, already started, still going on. And we can't expect the result because it is not yet completed. It will still going on. So what is the rule for this? I will write down the rule here. What is the rule for this? Rule is subject, then subject. What is the rule or fundamental rule for this? Write down the subject plus have or has according to subject, plus you write down been, be verb is required been, plus main verb with ing, then once again I am giving clarification or explanation. Subject, it is subject plus auxiliary verb according to subject, either have or has, plus been, plus main verb with ing. We have chosen here the go verb. So according to fundamental rules for the tense for present perfect tense, I am writing down some sentences with explanation. Now, Shahil, then Shahil is third person singular number. So have or has. For Shahil, we write down has. Been, doing, do for doing his homework, his homework. We are not concerned about this. We are concerned about this, not the extension of these sentences. Shall, then if we consider the auxiliary verb have or has, definitely has is to be inserted here. The shall has, then must we have to write the been because it is present perfect continuous tense, and for continuous tense main verb with ing, that means main verb is doing, have been doing his homework. Shall has been doing his homework. I am giving another example for this. Another example is I am rubbing the board and giving another example following the fundamental rules for present perfect continuous tense. While we are taking the first person plural. First person plural is we. We are, or sorry, we have. Auxiliary verb for we have. We have going, or we have been going. We have been going to where? To New Delhi. That is, we, then auxiliary verb we have taken according to subject have. We have to write or take the help of been. We have written here been, and main verb is going, go. So go plus ing is going to New Delhi. That means we are or we have been going to New Delhi. We know we are the I first person singular, we first person plural. You first person singular, another you is second person singular, and another you is second person plural. He or she or it is third person singular, and they is third person plural. We have always discussing first person and third person. I am now taking an example for second person plural. Second person is you. Second person you. Then second person plural have is fit for hire. Then you have been doing your work. You have been doing your work. So what is the rule? Subject is you. Then have or has, it is fitted here, have. There must be a been. We have placed your been, and the main verb is do, that is doing your work. That is, you have been doing your work is the example for present perfect continuous tense. I am once again repeating about the present perfect continuous. That means action is already started and still going on. That is going on. That is, no result is expected now. Result will be expected after completion. So it is already started and still going on. At that time, the concept of or the grammatical rule or syntax rule for grammar is to be applied or implemented for present perfect continuous tense. I have given all example for present indefinite and present continuous, then present perfect, and then present perfect continuous. So now I am giving some idea about first person, then second person, and third person, singular and plural, and I am going to write with the help of be verb in all tenses, present tenses, in present indefinite, then present continuous, then present perfect, and then present perfect continuous. Now I am writing present indefinite tense for all person and all numbers. All. Now I am explaining, I am taking it verb. Verb is it. Now for present indefinite tense. For present indefinite tense, first person singular I and plural we. Second person you, then you. Third person he or she, and plural is they. First person singular, it is I, and first person plural we. Second person singular you, and second person plural is also you. And third person he or she, and third person plural they. We have taken eat verb. So I eat, we eat, you eat, you eat, he or she eats, they eat, they eat. Now I am writing down the sentence in present continuous tense. What is the present continuous tense? For the past person, I am eating, because the rule is, what is the rule? Then be verb plus main verb with ing. Then we are eating. Then you are eating, be verb and main verb with ing. For you, plural you are eating. Then she is auxiliary verb, or be verb is she is eating, and for they are eating. That means I am eating, we are eating, you are eating, you are eating, he or she is eating, they are eating. I is first person singular, we is first person plural. This you is second person singular, it is second person plural. He or she is third person singular and third person plural is they. Now then present perfect. Then present perfect, we'll write down now what is present perfect. Then I have already discussed I have eaten. We have eaten. There must be a subject, then auxiliary verb have or has, and main verb in past participle form. Past participle form. Eat, ate, eaten. That means we have eaten. Then you have eaten. Then you have eaten. Then he or she has eaten, because auxiliary verb for she or he has eaten. Then they have eaten, because auxiliary for verb for they equal to have. Now the last is present perfect continuous tense. Present perfect continuous tense. Then we should write, it is already started but not yet completed. Present perfect continuous tense. You know the rule for this: subject plus have or has, then been and main verb with ing. Then I have been eating for first person singular. Then first person plural, we have been eating. Then second person singular, you have been eating. Then second person plural, you have been eating. Then third person singular, he or she or he has been eating. And the last one is they, auxiliary verb fit for this have, then been, then main verb with ing. Then once again I am explain for 1 minute also. Then present perfect continuous, subject have or has, then been, then main verb with ing. Now I have completed the present indefinite tense, present continuous, then present perfect and present perfect continuous. In the second